feel that authenticity in brand is just another marketing buzzword, well, I'm not gonna blame you because a lot of brands abuse that word. They say one thing and then they do another. But today, I'm gonna show you what it really means and how you can apply it for your small business. And that's also why is it so beneficial. Hi, I'm Chiara. I'm a digital marketing and branding coach for small business owners. Especially, I help the introverted ones. Those that want to protect their mental health, they don't want to end up burning out, and they still want to grow their brand ethically. In today's episode, I'm gonna read out loud my blog about brand authenticity nowadays, what it means, why is it beneficial, and why I stress a bit about it. This is especially important if you care about values and your customers, because they care. I read it aloud so you can learn on the go while doing everything else you're busy with. So let's get to it.
Brand authenticity. How conscious brands can connect more deeply with consumers. Understanding authenticity in branding. Hey, small business owner. If you're in the ethical and conscious niche, you might have heard about the current debate on what brand authenticity really is. Can a brand actually be authentic? How can you do marketing in an ethical way? Consumers nowadays aren't just buying products, they're investing in relationships. They're savvy, they're value driven, and they can spot rubbish from a mile away. If you found yourself nodding while reading this sentence, well, this article is for you. I can picture you. You care deeply about your mission. You want to connect with your community on a genuine level, but sometimes the how feels a bit icky. For eco-conscious brands like yours, especially, authenticity means walking the sustainability talk throughout your entire business model, not just in marketing campaigns, right? Well, you're in the right place. In this post, we'll get into what authenticity really means for conscious business, why it's the cornerstone of lasting consumer relationships, and how you can weave it into the very fabric of your brand. The importance of authenticity in consumers' relationship. Today's consumers have developed a sophisticated radar for detecting marketing that feels performative rather than genuine. This connection between brand authenticity and consumer loyalty is particularly strong among millennials and Gen Z shoppers who prioritize values alignment in their purchasing decisions. Researchers show that 86% of consumers say authenticity is a key factor when deciding which brands to support. I will leave you the link in the description if you want to see the whole research. For mission-driven brands, this connection is even more critical. When consumers believe in your purpose, they become advocates and they want you to keep the word given. Current trend in consumer expectation for conscious and authentic brands. The conscious consumer's landscape has evolved significantly, with several key expectations. Value-driven operations. Consumers expect brands to demonstrate their value throughout the whole supply chain, not just in marketing materials. Transparent communication. Regular and honest update about challenges and effort, not just achievements. Community engagement. Active participation in relevant conversation and causes. Personal connection. Communication that acknowledges the human beings behind both the brand and its customer base. These shifts mean that marketing and operations must reflect the same core values. Strategies for building authentic brand identity. Besides the regular best practices, building an authentic brand identity requires extra effort across multiple dimensions. Define your core purpose. Beyond profit, what positive impact does your brand aim to create? Identify your genuine voice. How does your brand communicate in ways that feel true to your mission? Showcase real people. Highlight team members, their stories, and their commitment to your mission. Admit imperfection. Share your sustainability journey, including challenges and setbacks. Solicit and respond to feedback. Forget top-down and create horizontal communication with your community. The role of transparency in brand communication. Transparency has become non-negotiable for ethical brands. Honest product sourcing information with clear details about materials, manufacturing processes, and partnerships. Pricing transparency. I know this can be divisive, but explaining the true cost factor behind sustainable products is a big plus and can motivate higher prices. Impact reporting, with regular updates on environmental and social impact metrics. Behind-the-scene content, sharing the messy, imperfect process of building a sustainable business. So far, too many brands have been scared of transparency, but those who embraced it transformed potential weaknesses into trust-building opportunities. Leveraging social media for authentic engagement. Social media offer powerful opportunities for authentic brand storytelling, but it works best when guided by clear and intentional strategy. Value driven content creation is key, where brands can juggle between thoughtful promotional posts, educational insights, and community focused content that reflects your mission. Of course, your voice should remain consistent across platforms, adapting slightly to suit each channel's format. Responsive engagement matters too. Timely, personalized interaction help build trust and a sense of belonging. Encouraging user generated content allows your community to become part of the story, sharing real experiences that align with your values. And rather than spreading yourself thin, focus your energy on platforms where your ideal audience actually gathers. The most effective social strategies are not the loudest, but the ones that prioritize community connection over reach alone. Now, some case studies. Brands successfully connecting with consumers. Patagonia. Beyond their well known environmental activism, Patagonia demonstrates authenticity through their worn wear program, encouraging repairs over replacement, even if it means fewer sales. Who gives a crap? This toilet paper company demonstrates authenticity by transparently sharing that they donate 50% of profits to build toilets in developing countries. Their playful, straightforward communication style matches their product and mission, while regularly updating customers on impact metrics. Treedom. This innovative platform allows customers to plant real, trackable trees around the world. What makes their approach authentic is how they connect digital experiences with tangible environmental impact. By providing updates on photos of specific trees that customers have planted, they create transparent accountability that turns one-time purchases into ongoing relationships. What these brands have in common is consistency between stated values and business practices, and a loyal and engaged community built through transparency. Measuring the impact of authenticity on brand loyalty. Authenticity takes efforts indeed, but it can also drive good, measurable business outcomes. Higher customer retention. Authentic brands experience a higher customer retention rate. Increased word of mouth marketing. Authentic brands generate more organic referrals because conscious consumers, if happy, are more likely to become ambassadors. Premium price tolerance. Consumers will willingly pay more for brands that trust deeply. This is especially true for conscious businesses if price is justified by social or ecological impact. Crisis resilience. When mistakes happen, authentic brands tend to recover faster. As you can see, authenticity isn't just good for the planet, it's also good for business. Challenges brand face in maintaining authenticity. Now comes the hard part. Even within the best intention, maintaining authenticity while growing your brand isn't always easy. As your community expands, it can become harder to sustain the same level of personal connection, especially if your brand is closely tied to your identity as a founder. Ensuring consistency across all touchpoints is another challenge. Your website, social channels, customer support, and even your packaging all need to reflect the same values, tone, and approach. This requires dedicated effort. And as your business grows, so does your external pressure. Balancing financial expectation with purpose-driven decision can feel like walking on a razor, particularly when we're determined to not let down your loyal, value-aligned audience. That's why it's essential to plan each element with the long game in mind, so your growth remains sustainable and rooted in integrity. Future outlook: the evolution of authenticity in conscious marketing. Looking ahead, several trends will shape authentic brand communication. Community co-creation. Brands involving customers in product development and impact initiatives. Brands creating spaces or tapping into existing one where their communities can meet and look forward to be, better if in person. Where shopping happens in a casual way rather than the usual spots. Hyper-local engagement. Connecting through local sustainability initiatives. Value-based ecosystems. Brands collaborating with like-minded partners to create aligned and unique experiences. Got some ideas while listening? I hope so. Now go and implement authenticity in your strategy, if it's not there yet. The future belongs to brands that view authenticity not as a marketing tactic, but as a fundamental operating system. And if you feel like you need help in building a more authentic brand that genuinely connects with your conscious consumer, I can help you. Just book a free call. I'm gonna leave the link in the description. Can't wait to meet you.